Hello everybody. I'm on break right now. I just decided I've got one more day to celebrate, this Black History Month, and then I can go back to, looking at people, by the content of their character as opposed to their color of their skin, like we should do every day of the year instead of, a negative 28 days of the year. So, yeah, anyways, welcome to Ban This. Look at a movie, make an argument as to why somebody would get triggered by it. And, yeah, I feel really weird doing this right now, but I just want to get it out there. I'm trying to get an equivalent of a single upload a day. I've been doing pretty good so far. Alright, I've been ranting on for over a minute now. So, alrighty then. Now, I had a hard time figuring out where exactly I wanted to go with this. Kind of wanted to go, initially I was thinking with going like some sort of like racist thing. But not, the normal racist of, if it being against blacks and whatnot, or you could make an argument of that. Because there's a very interesting review for this film that came out right around the time when it was released. And I wish... I don't remember his name. I will get it quick. I will be right back. Armand White of the National Review. I'm getting some stuff to munch on quick. This is my break, so might as well take advantage of it. Generally don't eat while doing a video, but press for time. Anyways... So yeah, Armand White of National Review. Interesting review. Initially I was going to use his review as a basis to go and make my argument, but then I was sort of thinking of it and make some interesting points, and I can definitely see where he's coming from. But I decided to go slightly different of a route. He's looking at it more from, slightly conservative, not, he's not looking at it from, more of a liberal, as in, leftist perspective. But now, though, do I want to go with his route, or do I want to go the more stupid route? I'll go the more stupid route. That's the whole point of this whole thing anyways. So... This film demonizes the people that are trying to help the black folk to get out of the oppression that they have been in for the last... I'll go over the top and be ridiculous. 1,000 years. Now, obviously that's way over a long shot, but I like being ridiculous that way sometimes, so yeah. Last 200 years, we'll say. So, us liberals, we just want to help them. We don't need to be demonized for, looking out for them and, being good to them and all that, blah, blah, blah. Does that make any sense? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. So hopefully somebody out there can tell me what I'm talking about, because I'm clueless right now. I'm just kind of pulling things off the top of my head. So, yeah. I don't think carrots would be a good idea on the video. Let's get something softer. Here we go. Much better. So yeah, that's about the best I can articulate it. It just makes the people trying to help them look bad. Now, because the real villains, should be those alt-righters, those Nazis, the ones that are trying to, rip country apart with, segregation and racism and nationalism. you know, and basic immigration laws, you know, terrible things like that. So I think I've made it clear enough, as good as to the best of my ability. If you interpret it wrong, that's awesome, because I'm not really trying to be serious anyway, so. Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. These videos are just going to get stupider and stupider as I run out of easy material to make fun of, so. Yeah, check out that review if you feel inclined. It's interesting. It gives it a bit of a different look than all the other reviews, because when it came out and was in theaters, it was like the only negative, the only splat on Rotten Tomatoes. And he definitely does give some interesting opinions as to why he doesn't think the film works like as well as it should, such as, you know, a lot of the blaxploitation elements are really kind of passé at this point. You know, blaxploitation in the 70s, we just got the civil rights whole thing going, so it made more sense. Here, it's really, you know, just I can definitely see where he's coming off of, just kind of being like this weird leftist warped idea of reality. So, interesting stuff. Anyways, what do I think of this film? The thing I like about this film is that it is a bit of a callback to, you know, like 70s horror films. The 70s, in my opinion, is the best decade of horror. I think part of it has to do with the reason that we just got the rating system. It was new, so we had this, you know, freedom of expression that we haven't had in mainstream cinema since, you know, before the Hays Code days. So they were willing to take more risks, tell more interesting stories. And then things just sort of started dying down, and then 90s, it was in good cinema, pretty much died in my opinion. But I like this, and I looked at the film from, you know, a slightly more conservative, and I mean that as in, you know, about in the center, you know. I don't really consider myself, you know, very right, not really left. If you want to call me a centrist or something like that. So, and I liked, you know, that exploring the, you know, the racism that these tolerant leftists like to say that they don't have, but it's there, you know, with the whole, you know, equity thing, you know, and trying to bring them up because they think they are oppressed and in a lesser state because of the color of their skin. It definitely does sound kind of like a racist thing, and I like that, and I think that's one of the reasons why the film did so well, because a lot of the YouTubers that I like, you know, that would get, you know, called out as being alt-right and racist, you know, they like the film quite a bit. Like Sinatra Says, for example, he said check it out too, and, you know, he's definitely a more conservative-minded person. But, yeah, the white people are the bad guys. But it's a certain type of white person. Not all of them in general, just a certain small group which gets under a lot of people's skin. Yeah, the thing I like about this film is, like I said, it's like the 70s, where it's got a slower build-up, and then when the climax, it just all lets loose and becomes, you know, craziness. Instead of just being, you know, trying to be tense, it builds up. We get to know the characters more. So, yeah. I think in 2017, I think I only saw 2 movies. This and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. They were both decent. I enjoyed them both. I wasn't disappointed with my new movie experience. I had seen other films in the cinema, but they're always, you know, older films from like 80s, 90s, 30s, things like that. So this was a good choice for me to watch. Well, I think I said enough about that. I feel like I've, said how much I like the film enough and made my stupid argument as clear as I can possibly make it, but it's just, the point of it is to be stupid, but when I say it, it just sounds so stupid. It's the point of it, but I can't believe I'm saying it. I can't believe some people would actually think like that, but with the way things are, yeah, people think really stupidly. How can you live being so offended by everything like that? Doesn't make sense. Okay, well, that's about it for me. I gotta get back to work, so hit me up on Minds and BitChute, for other platforms, and Stardust, although I haven't really been as active as I should. And if you have an idea for a movie to check out, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in the next one. I've only got 30 seconds until the 10-minute mark. I'm running a little behind. I should have been back to work a few minutes ago, but I'm doing all right. I think 15 more seconds I can stare at the screen and continue to make an idiot of myself for your, hopefully, amusement. So, yeah. All of you out there, keep on fighting the good fight to ban censorship. And take care and spend 10 minutes. So I will see you tomorrow.